of MLW Azteca in Mexico. He's putting the World Heavyweight Champion, Alex Hammerstone, in a tag match, but not with his own dynastic bro, Richard Holiday, but the crazy punk clown of combat, Pagano. But that's not all. He summoned two monsters of Mexico to fight Hammer and Pagano, the men of 1,000 deaths, King Muertes and Tornus.
I'm like, Willie, why is Hammerstone in the first main event MLW Azteca? What up, y'all? This your boy Lucha Guy, and I'm back with another video. I'm gonna start this off. This video is gonna be really more about AEW and their trouble, but I'm gonna speak real quick about MLW Azteca. So it's official, January 6th. MLW Azteca will be on the MLW YouTube channel. And so the name Azteca Underground, like, I know that they're still making merchandise called Azteca Underground. I don't know why. Is the show just gonna be called MLW Azteca, and the promotion gonna be called like the name of the temple and all that? They're gonna call that Azteca Underground? Because Caesar Doran, he still has signs backstage saying Azteca Underground. Like, I'm a bit lost with that, but I do know the name of the series we're watching is gonna be called MLW Azteca, and they're calling this pretty much like another mini series anthology. Like, so let's just say another 1 hour YouTube series. Speaking of 1 hour YouTube series, I really think that oh, by the way, the MLW Fusion Alpha is over. Do you guys think they did a good job of MLW Fusion Alpha setting up Azteca Underground? Let me know down below in the comments. But speaking of which, I think AEW should be a 1 hour YouTube series. Their ratings have been bad. I know, you got jerk-offs and stuff like the guy from New York. They all want to laugh at the WWE troubles and their ratings, and WWE can't sell tickets, but they're failing not to mention the trouble that AEW is currently going through. Their ratings are bad. Even with CM Punk, like, how the hell did they ruin the CM Punk hype this quick? Like, I thought at least been around spring or like May or even April or Mayish when the Punk hype is gonna be dying down. I'm shocked that it like it's not even a year. It's not even, we're not even in 2022 yet, and then the Punk hype has already died down. Like, how did AEW ruin this quick? Maybe because he's on the show every week facing damn jobbers. I just look at the AEW roster and I just think it's just so sad. Like, it's like, who's the big draw over there? I just don't see the big deal. I mean, like, I even thought they'd been better off bringing in, like, New Japan Pro Wrestling guys sometimes and let them main event the show. Kind of like what MLW Fusion Alpha did on their show, their finale at that. So their MLW Fusion, one thing I didn't like about the show this week, I'm not going to get into a review, nothing big happened, just the announcement that it's official MLW Azteca is January 6th, the day after my birthday at that. So I'm going to talk about the schedule for the reviewing and all that. I might be busy on that Thursday, still partying, but why would they let New Japan Pro Wrestling have Tajiri and a guy that's 22? Why would they let that close the main event of the final MLW Fusion Alpha? Shouldn't it have been a luchador match? Shouldn't it have been a match with Mil Muertes versus some luchador in Mexico? Why would they let New Japan Pro Wrestling close that show? But speaking of which, anyway, though, like AEW, I thought they would have been better off doing what MLW did. And I know, like, their competition on Friday is SmackDown, and their ratings ain't exactly through the roof either. All they got over there is the Roman Reigns show, him versus Brock Lesnar. And then even Roman Reigns has already put in a notice, people, to Vince McMahon, that sooner or later he's gonna want to pull a Dwayne Johnson. He's want to do what his cousin do. He's gonna run her off into Hollywood. He already wants to run her off into Hollywood. He's already been in, like, what, a Nickelodeon movie, and that's some spinoff of Fast and Furious with The Rock. He's already been making minor appearances now in movies. So he's already saying, he's getting closer to 40. Sooner or later he's gonna run her off into Hollywood. So Vince is funny with who he pushes for the same reason he's pushing these guys like Cena and Roman, and they're still doing what The Rock's doing any damn way. For years I heard Vince can't push this guy. He doesn't know if he could trust him. He might leave. Okay, you're pushing people like Cena and Roman. Isn't it obvious that they don't really care for wrestling? I'm not saying Roman Reigns don't care for wrestling. I'm saying they don't care for it that long. They want to, obviously everybody want to get the foot in the door in wrestling, and they're going to run her off and want to retire in Hollywood. They don't even know at this point, can they even get The Rock. I think at this point, I don't think The Rock's doing Mania, which sucks, because whatever Roman Reigns does, he can still be a special guest ref, but that's a video I should talk about later on. But I just know AEW is in so much trouble. Nobody's want to seem to keep it real on AEW. They got so many shows, they only need 1 hour show anyway. Lucha Underground only have 1 hour show. They look how perfect they were. Look how good Lucha Underground was. MLW 1 hour show, Impact 1 hour show. Why do we need like AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, and they still got AEW Dark? And they got some stupid show with Cody and Brandy. Like enough. The fans turn on Brandy. I already heard CM Punk's been booed. Like how the hell did this happen? The MJF stuff is only gonna be hot for how long? Because he's already saying stuff that fans been saying for years anyway about CM Punk on the internet. He took his ball and ran home. CM Punk was on one of them tough enough shows. He got cussed out by Johnny Bananas. Johnny Bananas brought that up how he sucked in wrestling. Well, CM Punk didn't suck in wrestling, but he brought up how he sucked at MMA. He brought up how CM Punk was overrated in wrestling. He is a little bit overrated. I mean, and then like I said, what is AEW doing? They're sitting around out here now they're teasing Bray Wyatt. Is Bray Wyatt gonna do something that Punk and Daniel Bryan couldn't? You see what I mean? All AEW is doing is focus on who's the next big thing to come in to get released from WWE. Meanwhile, the guys that they signed from from the start, and Holocaust and Cage and all the other people they took from Lucha Underground, Luchasaurus, those guys barely even been on the show anyway from what I'm hearing. But peace, I'm out. This is your boy Lucha God. Hit like a monster, Lucha Slam, like a subscribe button, and let me know what y'all think down below about AEW's ratings. Are they in trouble? And let me know what y'all think down below about MLW Azteca. And let me know, was this the best job that MLW Fusion Alpha could do to help hype up this new supposed to be spiritual successor to Lucha Underground? Peace.